I thought it would be fun to make a video about the ace cards in tarot, the aces. When you're playing cards, aces win. And of course, aces are card number one. So, a little bit like the Fool and the Magician. The Magician is card number one. So, ones, of course, are fresh starts and new beginnings, aren't they? Aces. The Ace of Cups, the Ace of Hearts in a conventional deck of cards. If you don't have a tarot deck, you can do quite a lot just with a deck of playing cards, actually. But the Ace of Hearts, the Ace of Water. It's fairly clear from here. This is the Rider Waite. This is out of copyright, which is why it turns up on so many videos. Ace of Absolute Overwhelming Love. The M on the chalice, it is an M, not a W, stands for Mary, Mother Mary, and of course the dove is peace. It is a kind of holy grail. It is a chalice, and it is limitless, overwhelming, overflowing love. It sounds lovely, doesn't it? Doesn't it sound wonderful? Yeah. Sometimes this could be what people are looking for. They're looking for that limitless kind of love. If you work with a Celtic cross, this sometimes turns up as card number 2, your second card. What crosses you? Now, with tarot, of course, people are obsessed with the future. What does the future hold? But we begin with the present. And we begin with, what is it that's crossing you? What is it that's stopping you from moving forward? Very often it's yourself. Yeah. Much as, of course, it's lovely to always blame the universe, Lady Luck. Somebody, it is often, it's a lot easier to change yourself than to change other people, isn't it? Ace of Cups, Ace of Hearts, that quest for limitless overflowing love, or it can be limitless overflowing love is actually blocking you, either because you're giving it or because you are receiving it. If you're, how can you be blocked by too much love? Well, this is really the love of a mother to a child. It is that limitless, I will breastfeed you. Sometimes people can be stuck in a codependent relationship because they love the other person too much, or perhaps because the other person loves them too much, and because a need to feel needed. I'm not a counsellor, I'm a tarot reader, so bear with me. But there's a lot of people out there in codependent relationships. There's a lot of he needs me, I can change him. Yeah. Water is a beautiful element. Of course, we need water, don't we? Water is the element of emotion. It's essential to life. But you can drown in it. Yeah. So sometimes, actually, limitless, overwhelming love. Rapunzel in the Tower, the overprotective parent, or simply not being able to let go in some way. Sometimes you can find adult relationships which have elements of parenting in them. Do you know what I mean? The other time this turns up actually is widows remembering the husband. Tend to remember a perfect relationship that probably didn't really exist. So the Ace of Cups, yes, it's lovely, and if it's there in somebody's future, it is like, yes, absolute overwhelming amounts of love. Um, you know, yes, that's great. It is the kind of holy grail, isn't it? It is what so many of us are questing for. There are no good cards. There are no bad cards. All cards are good. All cards have a kind of negative aspect to them. Do you see what I mean? So even something as beautiful as, oh yes, overwhelming love, it can kind of have a sort of negative thing. But yeah, if this is what someone is hoping for, um, and they're looking for a new relationship, it's very difficult to find ways of letting people down gently. Do you know what I mean? Ace of Wands, Ace of Coins. So that's the Ace of Spades. So for any Motorhead fans out there, this is actually a really good card. Yeah, because it's a fresh start and a beginning with work. It's not in and of itself a particularly dark card, but sometimes it says this is what you need to do, this is what you need to achieve. Is, you know, yes, it's time. Maybe it is time to move on with your working life, but of course we get fresh starts with work, don't we? We get maybe an opportunity for a new job or an opportunity for promotion. Yeah. Perhaps you'll see it some way, just see an advert, or just see an advert for, like, I don't know, an online course that's going to look good on your CV and extend your skill set. That kind of thing. That, yes, fresh start with work, but of course people are often being reorganized. Yeah. And of course that's often the time when people want a tarot reading because they don't know, am I going to get made redundant? Well, perhaps in the short term, you know, immediate future, there will be something like Four of Coins, which is cash flow problems, Five of Coins, which is not having any money. So, you know, perhaps you'll be looking at maybe being out of work for a short time, but then an opportunity for new work in the future. Bear in mind, work does not have to be paid. Housework is work. Yeah. A lot of our hobbies are work, aren't they? We seem to work all the time. Ace of Coins. This kind of goes with the Ace of Wands, doesn't it? Because work and money go together. But a fresh start with work, a fresh start with money, rather. Be a little bit careful because a lot of people will be asking about, am I going to win any money? A lot of people gambling at the moment. Yeah. It's not likely. It's more likely that yeah, money comes through work or through maybe finding another income stream, that sort of thing. But the universe only gives you opportunities. It's up to you to take them. Yeah. The other one, because the fourth suit is swords, the suit of air, suit of action. And what we have here is a crown and a laurel wreath. Yeah, it's very much about victory. It's not quite the same as the Six of Wands, which is, yes, absolute victory, absolute winning through, and that again has a laurel leaf with it. Yes, Ace of Swords. So it can go with victory, can go with winning through, whatever victory and whatever winning means to you, but can also go with cutting ties and moving on. Cutting ties. That comes up a lot in tarot because a lot of questions are: is he coming back to me? And sometimes you will get this as: it is time to cut ties. It's time to move on, and you can actually do this as a small ritual. Actually, if you are still tied to someone and it is time to let go, I think everyone who does this to a certain extent, you like delete their number from your phone, or if you still have an address book, you tear out the number out of the address book and hopefully put it in the recycling. Yeah, that's a little ritual. You've actually done something to cut a tie with someone, but you can visualize astrally a cord connecting you with the other person, and then visualize like a pair of scissors. A lot of people like to envisage an enormous pair of gold coloured scissors. I don't think the colour's that important, but if gold works for you, fine. An enormous pair of scissors, just cutting that tie, severing that tie. So sometimes we have to accept this because we have to accept that we've outgrown relationships. We've outgrown the memory of an old relationship. Yeah. So swords, sometimes they are cutting something away, cutting something out. Sometimes they are winning. Perhaps that means passing your driving test. Perhaps it means you're getting the new job that you've been looking for. But yeah, aces are good. Aces are positive usually, but they're often opportunities. It's up to your querent to take the opportunity or not, if they would rather stay safe where they are. Lots to think about with aces, I think. So do write something in the comments if you feel so inclined, and if you'd like to catch up with any of my other videos, please do subscribe, and I do hope to see you again soon. And if you're looking for change, I hope you find the opportunities you're looking for. See you.